guys, this is Heather from healthyveganrecipes.net. Today I'm in the kitchen, but I'm not cooking food. What I wanted to show you today was how to actually make an herbal decoction with medicinal herbs. So all this month, if you've been following my nutrition blog at healthyeatingstartshere.com, I have been talking about detoxing and cleansing. And this week I mentioned some specific medicinal herbs that you can use to help along the process of your body getting rid of toxins. So today I wanted to show you how to actually put these herbs together, show you a few of the ones that I like to use, and how to make them into something that you can put in your body. A lot of them, if you think of herbs and you're thinking of the green stuff, a lot of them aren't actually green herbs. They are roots, barks, things like that you don't eat necessarily. So you need to make them into something that you can process. And the easiest way to do that at home is to buy whole herbs and then what's called a decoction in water. So first what I'm going to show you is some of the herbs that I'm putting together for a cleanse. And actually, as I show you the herbs, I'm going to put them into the water. So I'll show you that first. I've got 6 cups of water because I'm making this for Phil and I. Usually you would do 3 cups at a time, and that'll last you 1 day. You need to do this in a glass or a ceramic pot. If you don't have one, it is really important to do that. So you need to either get a glass kettle that you can put on the stove or a glass or ceramic pot. So what I've got to start with is some dandelion root. Now, dandelion root is one of the most detoxifying herbs, and it works specifically on the liver, gallbladder, and kidneys, which are your main organs of eliminating toxins from your body. And it looks just like a ground up root. So put a little bit of that in. And again, I'm doing this for 2 servings. And then this is marshmallow root. I did not put it on the list of detoxifying herbs on my blog, but what marshmallow does is it soothes the digestion, the membranes inside your digestive system. So it's not really a cleansing herb, it's just that Phil and I specifically, our imbalances are mostly to do with our digestive tract, so I'm putting this in for us specifically. And it's kind of a softer looking root. Sounds fun, marshmallow root, but it doesn't taste like marshmallows, unfortunately. Okay, next one I've got is licorice root. And licorice root is an interesting one because it can work specifically on the adrenal glands, and those are super important in society right now because they are really heavily affected by stress. So if you've got stress, make sure you include some licorice root. It also has a whole bunch of other properties, including being a mild laxative, which is important if you're doing a cleanse or a fast. It can help get things moving through the system. So check that in there. Another root I've got here is burdock root. And burdock is good for cleansing the blood and the kidneys. It works through the urinary system, so it's also a diuretic. It flushes water from your system. Then I've got milk thistle, and milk thistle is actually pretty popular as an herb. It works to cleanse the liver mostly, but the liver cleanses the blood, so indirectly it does blood as well. Some people actually grow milk thistle and collect the seeds. Phil and I did that once. It was a long, time-consuming, actually a little bit painful process, but when you buy them, they are pretty expensive, so it's worth it if you have the time and the milk thistle. Okay, then I've got some cardamom pods, and these cardamom pods help the digestive process, but I'm mostly putting these in just for flavor. Sometimes it's nice to have something that doesn't taste gross in here. Speaking of cayenne, I'm not a fan of cayenne in general. I'm not too much into the spicy stuff, but cayenne is super cleansing for the blood. And it also helps eliminate fluids from your body, so it's a good one to throw in there. Now, ginger is probably the easiest one to find, and you can pick it up just at the grocery store, just your regular ginger root. Just cut off some slices and throw it in there. Ginger works to stimulate the digestive system, and it also helps the action of kidneys. So I'm putting this into cool water and then bringing that to a boil. Okay, no lid. And once it gets to a boil, you're going to leave it boiling for about 30 minutes. You want the water to reduce. That's why we're not putting a lid on. You can put a lid on when it's coming to a boil just to save energy. But once it gets to a boil, you want to take the lid off, let it reduce by about a third. So if you're starting with 3 cups of water, you want to wind up with 2. If you're starting with 6 cups of water like I am, you want to wind up with 4. Alright, so this has been simmering away for about 30 minutes. You can see the water level is down, or maybe you can't see, but I've been checking, and it went from about here down to about there. So now we need to strain this. It's generally not nice to drink the actual herbs. They don't digest very well, and they usually don't taste that nice, although this one smells pretty good with the ginger and the cardamom in there. So if you are picking herbs and you've never done them before, if you go to the store and kind of smell them, and you smell one that smells pretty bad, you might want to either avoid it or at least include another herb that tastes better. So what I'm going to use to strain is I'm going to put this into a mason jar. And like I said, this is going to be enough for one day, so we don't have to worry about keeping it for too long. And then I've got a funnel with a strainer all set to go. So much better if you have a kettle or a pot with a spout. I got some spillage going on here, but things worked out. You can see my decoction down here and the herbs all strained out there. So Phil and I are going to drink about 3 to 4 half-cup servings of this a day, and this should just last for one day. If you are making a larger batch, definitely store it in the fridge. It'll only keep a couple of days. It does start to go a little bad. Now, in terms of getting the herbs, I'm lucky. I've been able to find in the last 2 cities I've lived places that sell bulk herbs where you can go and buy just what you need. Otherwise, you usually have to buy in half kilo or like 1 pound type bags, but you can usually find all of the herbs that you want on online retailers. Amazon is actually pretty good for this. They stock some organic herbs that are very well produced. So I hope you enjoy that. I will post the directions and the list of herbs that I put in here on the website at healthyveganrecipes.net. And of course, if you're interested in learning more about detoxing, cleansing, or just nutrition in general, head over to the nutrition blog at healthyeatingstartshere.com.